Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, give my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My girlfriend found a condom in my pants while she was doing laundry and snapped. Bro, I really be doing some of the dumbest shit ever. Well, at least you know, and knowing's half the battle. And this time might be the icing on the cake. So I was out with the fellas having drinks, and I bumped into one of my exes. What's her Instagram? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. We started catching up and all that, and right before I went to walk away, she said, yo, you wanna go somewhere more private? Like this video if you think he's full of shit. Mike, I couldn't pay my bill fast enough. First whip of that recycled box, my man was closing out the tab like an internet browser. We left the spot, and her version of somewhere more private was actually her car. Yeah, that indecent exposure orgasm be top tier. So we start going at it, and it's better than I remember, or I was too drunk to tell the difference, but we finished. Did y'all finish, or did you finish? And I go home. The next day, my girl comes into the room crying, but they weren't tears of hurt, more like tears of rage. Stay alert, stay alive. But honestly, it might be too late for both. She says when she was doing the laundry, a used condom fell out my jeans. Nah, that's nasty work. Definitely not here for it. I know I took it off, but I thought I threw it out the door, but clearly I was wrong. She stormed out the house crying and cursing. That's the first stage of grief. Bro, is there any way to make this right so she'll forgive me? You out of your goddamn mind. It was an honest mistake. Nah, my boy, you're pretty much cooked on 450 for like 90 minutes straight. I'm telling you, you messed up big time. You left the used Jimmy in the jeans. That's super nasty work. And you said you finished, so that joint had a little bit of your kids swimming around at the bottom. She's going through your pockets, picking everything out so she could wash your laundry. And I don't even know where the rub was at. You say you thought you threw it out the car, so I'm thinking maybe you took it off. You thought you might have been. How drunk was you? Did the joint fail down into your pants or whatever? Because I know it wasn't in your pocket. Like, when I read this 3 times and I was like, is he saying the joint was in the pocket and she found it? A used joint? Like you took that off and put the semen filled, you know what I'm saying, cum catcher back in the Levi's? Because that's, if you did that, bro, you're a different kind of, you need to be on a registry. That's insane. Now, what I'm hoping happened was you was blitzed, took the joint off, you know what I'm saying, thought you threw it out or whatever. It fell. You was like, whatever, it's in her car. I don't know what happened. Somehow it ended up back in your pants. You came home, just kicked the jeans off, jumped in the bed with Shorty out. She go to do laundry the next day, find a dip in your jeans. That's insanity. You talking about how could you fix it? It's over, bro. It is over. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a conversation with wifey, y'all sit down somewhere public because she might attack you. You need the CCTV to capture the evidence if she go bananas on you. Go to a diner or something. Apologize, bring roses, but yo, I messed up so bad. I was drinking. You gotta lie. I'm gonna go talk to the lady. I'm gonna go get help. I'm gonna go to Alcohol's Anonymous because if alcohol makes me do stuff like that and betray your trust, I don't need to be doing it. You need to be telling her all the right stuff. You know what I mean? But let's say you sit down and she says, you know what? Did you love her? Nah. It was just the spur of the moment thing. I was stressed out, had a couple beers, whatever. More than a couple beers. You was probably a half a fifth in by then. But whatever the case may be, if she decides to forgive you, and it's the first time it ever happened, it's going to definitely take some rebuilding. You ain't even gonna be able to laugh around her for the first week, 2 weeks that she forgives y'all. The crib, what you laughing at? You in your phone laughing? Nah, I'm leaving. Anything you do is going to trigger her. So you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be walking on eggshells around the house trying to make it right. But if it's the first time, after some time goes past and you're doing the right thing, you ain't giving her no reason to not trust you, then the relationship might be able to build from that and you might be good. But if this is like your second or third go around or something, oh, it's a wrap. Because if she takes you back, she's definitely going to get paybacks and she can go crack one of your friends or something. She might double back and let your dad pipe her, you know what I'm saying? Because she want the ultimate revenge. She's sick of you, you know what I mean? You bugging out. But I ain't never heard of nobody coming home. I mean, I heard people joke around like on the internet and stuff saying like, I went home with the condom still on. You know how unreal that sounds? Driving all the way home on wood, all the way just like this the whole way to the crib. Because as soon as the blood flow leave your pipe, the joint is just going to roll off. You know what I mean? Like that's what's going to happen. Maybe you did that. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe you put the jeans back on, you know what I'm saying, was putting your pants back on, had the joint still on, but then when you softened up like a chocolate chip cookie in the microwave, that joint rolled off and fell down your pant leg and it was in there like that. That's the only way I could think about it. You say you thought you threw it out the window. I don't know what happened, bro. Some of this stuff not really making a lot of sense to me, but let's just take the facts. The joint was in the jeans when you got home and she found it. So my advice to you is to sit down somewhere publicly, have a conversation with her, plead your case, say you're gonna go talk to the lady. You always got one of those in the chamber. I swear to God, I'm gonna go talk to the lady. I need help. I can't believe I would betray someone that loves me so much. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I miss my mom. Your mom passed away or something. You got to say something. My granny used to be the one to keep me in line. Now she ain't here. I just been having a tough time dealing with it. Something like that, bro. And then see what happens from there. But no matter what happens, you better stay alert, stay alive. My boyfriend got beat up by my gay best friend for calling him out of his name, and now I got the ick. Mike, am I wrong for wanting to break out with my boyfriend? Probably. My friend said I'm overreacting, but I disagree. Nah, if your friend said you bugging out, you definitely bugging out. My man always uses derogatory slurs towards my gay male friend. Hey, yo, your mans ain't a fan of that community, I take it, huh? And my friend usually just ignores him and leaves it alone. But the other day, my man went overboard and said some pretty disgusting things, and my friend had had enough. I bet he did. Your gay best friend was like, nah, I ain't gonna beat too many more of your little names. So he beat my man up. Thinking homeboy couldn't fight because he was gay, crucial mistake. Like, it was real bad. Like this video if you think he's weak as shit. Now I'm completely turned off at how he couldn't even defend himself at all. I bet you are. Watching your man get folded like laundry by a switch hitter is top tier nasty work. And watching him lose gave me the ick. Plus, the way he speaks so rudely about another human being solely based off his sexual preference is a very nasty character flaw. But you've been letting it slide. And I just don't think our values align anymore. Am I overreacting or am I justified in wanting to leave? All right, so let me break this down, right? I see a few things in the letter that need addressing, right? You said your boyfriend always uses derogatory terms against your gay friend. Your gay friend just ignores it. Let's stop right there. If you didn't like that, you said that was a character flaw. Why did you allow him to do it for so long, especially in front of your friend? It ain't like he was talking to you about it behind your friend's back. He's clearly saying it to your friend and you never addressed it. You never told him stop. You never said, hey, that ain't cool, whatever. You just said your friend just ignored it. So the fact that you allowed that to go on for so long kind of lets me know that it really wasn't an issue to you until he got beat up. So now you're like, I don't think our values are aligned. I think that's bullshit. I think your man's got washed in front of you, in front of by a gay dude, and that turns you off. Because I'm gonna break it down. This ain't going to be the what you want to hear, but it's the truth in most cases. I'm gonna speak for the Black community because that's who I interact with. That's my community. I don't know about any other communities. Black women tend to only be okay with Black gay men when it benefits them. If the dude could do hair, makeup, lashes, any of that stuff, stylist, any of that gay stuff any of that stuff that gay men do, Black women are okay by having gay friends as long as that gay friend could do something for them in beauty or fashion. Because here's the thing, as soon as a straight man does something that a woman doesn't like, she says, oh, just come out the closet, using that as a derogatory term, saying, oh, you must be gay, as if it's negative. If you didn't think it was a problem with gay people, that would not be your go-to to try to hurt a straight person's feelings. So you didn't care that your man was calling him gay because you probably disagree with him being gay anyways, but you probably benefit somehow by being with him. And in the moment your man lost to a gay dude, you looked at that as you can't even beat up a gay dude. Gay dudes are beneath straight dudes. That's the way I'm seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Because if your man would got beat up by a bodybuilder or a boxer or anything like that, you might have been like, well, I mean, dude's bigger than you. Dude's trained to fight. Like, come on, baby, it's cool. You know, you win some, you lose some. But you view it as your man lost to somebody who you thought was beneath him in the hierarchy of masculinity. That's what it really is. You're like, oh, he got beat up by dude, that gave me the ick, but then I'm just not really how he feel, like I'm not really feeling how he's talking about dude in the past. You let that go on forever. Never an issue before. Then when he gets beat up, all of a sudden, oh, I want to leave him for the getting beat up, but I also, that's a character flaw, how he talks. No. Knock it off. You think that gay people are beneath straight people, men in particular, and your man lost to a gay person, which I ain't gonna lie, it is crazy. I'm never fighting a gay dude. You know why? Because if I beat a gay dude up, 99% of society will be like, why are you picking on a gay dude? He can't defend himself. Because most people equate with men being gay with men not being able to fight. So if a gay dude got a problem with me, I'm not fighting the gay dude, because then if I win, it looks like I'm picking on gay people. If I lose, it's like, yo, you lost to a gay person. And now it's like, bro, just because he's gay don't mean he can't fight. No one wants to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I remember in high school, this kid was younger than me. He was definitely a little bit. And he kept running his mouth to my shorties, blowing up the spot. Because he was like, you know, had them little gay traits, whatever, gossiping and being catty or whatever. And I questioned him about it, and he was like, trying to spit on me. So I beat him up, and everybody was like, yo, A, he was younger than you, and he was gay. What points did you get? I'm like, nah, bro, one. But that was just, I look like a fool. I'll never do that again. You know what I'm saying? I'll never fight no one where there's no points for me to gain in the fight. So again, I sincerely believe that him calling your friend out of his name was not what set you off, and it didn't bother you. What bothered you was seeing him lose. And that's the reality of it. I'm gonna tell you right now, just because a man is gay don't mean he can't fight. Real quick story before I wrap up my advice to you. In 2019, I came to LA to scout out apartments because I knew I was moving here. And I went to a place called the GS. It's right on, I think, Manchester and La Cienega. I mean, Manchester and something over there, right? There's the gay dude that went viral for singing that Patty's Pie song was on stage with, I think that's what it was. He was on stage with his band. They were singing. And some dude in the front row said, yo, that F word can sing good. But he said it right as the music cut off and everyone heard it. That big gay dude stood up. He started repping. I know I'm gonna get this wrong. He was saying something like, I'm from Florence and Normandy. Or he was saying South Central cross streets to let you know that he grew up in the trenches and will wash you. And the dude in the audience was like, oh, my bad. He was talking to dudes thinking, I can disrespect you because you're gay. And that big dude stood up. I ain't gonna talk. That dude's probably 350, like 6'2". Huge. Pause. That was crazy. But he was about to wash homie. Like, don't think because I'm gay, I won't put you in the blender. You know what I mean? And dude was profusely apologizing in front of his shorty. I guess she got the ick too. So my advice to you is, I don't know what you're gonna do, whether you want to leave him or not. I think you are overreacting because he lost the fight. Men lose fights. But you need to do some deep diving and see why you're so bothered that he lost the fight to your gay friend. That's what you need to do. I would look into that, because everything I said prior to that leads me to believe that you believe that gay men are beneath straight men, and that's why you got the ick that your man lost. Or you could just be getting the ick because he got beat up in front of you. It could be that too. But you definitely think the gay men are beneath straight men. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. I want my girlfriend to stop smoking weed because she's starting to look like a junkie. Yo, what's up, bro? How do I get my girl to stop smoking weed? Call the cops on her. Her lips are turning black and she's starting to look like a junkie. Nah, that's nasty work. Saying your shorty's starting to look like Bubbles from The Wire is insane. It's a turnoff, and I want her to quit, but she thinks I'm being a square. Damn, she said you need to hit the gas and relax, cornball. Talking about everybody smokes weed except for you, Officer Friendly. Nah, not everybody, but I respect the slander. The joking and the way she's not taking my concerns seriously is really starting to piss me off. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. Now, if I go out and start cheating on her with some non-420 friendly females, I'll be the bad guy. Yeah, calling the drug-free joints non-420 friendly is exactly why your shorty blowing rings of smoke in your face like you a baddie. I know this is something she did when I met her, but it's gotten way worse and now it's affecting her physical appearance. Oh yeah, nah, she didn't slim down like she been blasting the glass pipe. That's nasty work, and I don't like it. I'm ready to just end it. Not because she's smoking, well, that's a part of it, but because she isn't considering what I'm telling her, and it shows a lack of respect. Mike, what should I do? All right, let me keep it buck with you. I couldn't date a woman who smokes either, just because the sight of it, the smell, the lips, all that turned me off. So I couldn't really be in a serious relationship with a woman who smoked constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she did edibles or something like that, I don't care about that. But just I hate smoke. I never smoked weed in my life. I never smoked cigarettes. I never smoked anything. So I just hate smoke. So for me, that'd be a no-go right from the jump. I wouldn't even be in this situation, because the moment she was like, yo, let me go grab a zip, I'd have been like, hey, nah. You know what I'm saying? Zip up your jacket and wait for your Uber outside. It's a dub. You know what I mean? But you saw that she was doing that when you met her, was okay with it, because I guess you thought the quantity that she was blowing at the time was tolerable. You're like, oh, okay, that's not that bad. And then whatever was going on in your relationship or her life or whatever, start making her double up the consumption of the gas. and now you're like, wow, it's starting to really take a toll on her frame. Shorty kind of looking like Bubbles from The Wire. This is nasty work. Not here for it. You know what I mean? But guess what? You are here for it because you accepted it when you got in a relationship with her in the beginning. Now you going up to her saying, yo, I want you to stop smoking, and she's cracking jokes when you calling you officer friendly. You kind of are officer friendly. You said if I go cheating on her with the non-420 friendly females, bro, who calls them that? I could definitely tell you are the L7, you know what I'm saying? The straight square, because there's no way that you said that and thought I wasn't gonna crack a joke on you. Like, non-420 friendly females? Come on, my man, knock it off. My advice to you is gonna be short and sweet. If you don't like that she smokes, you don't like that she's not even taking your concerns seriously, you feel like there's a lack of respect, then just leave. It's not that hard. Just be like, yo, let's have a talk. Okay, what's going on? I asked you about this. You cracked the joke. Whatever, that's cool. I ain't mad about that. But you're not even taking my concerns seriously, and I'm starting to be turned off by it. Like, what you're doing is making you unattractive to me, and this is not the girl I met in the beginning. So I think it's best ways we just, I think it's best that we just part ways. You go on about your business, I go on about mine. I wish you the best. No hard feelings. I just don't think we're aligning at this point. And I need to find someone who's more on the same page as me. And that's it. If you don't like it, leave. It's not a hard scenario. It's probably one of the easiest pieces of advice I ever gave. Leave her. Go find someone who don't smoke. That's like if I work out all the time, 5-6 days a week. I'm exercising, I'm walking, I'm concerned about my health. I'm eating chicken, broccoli, and rice every damn day. And then I get a shorty who's Popeyes, McDonald's, Wendy's 3-4 times a week, don't work out, just sitting, drinking beers or whatever. And I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work for me. Because we on 2 different pages. I just couldn't be with someone like that. But that's my advice to you. Just leave her. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment telling me what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below. And I'll make sure I read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.